Hi, welcome everyone. Another week of chair yoga. So you may notice a change in surroundings because I am back at the yoga studio for this week, at least. Recording my session here, so a slightly different change of views. I hope you're well. We're going to do a half an hour session just focusing on sort of an all body mobilization, and we're going to focus a little bit as well on the upper body because the upper body always tends to be a lot a lot tighter than we would like it to be. So anybody who has got issues with shoulder pain, just take it a little bit easy. No need to push into it. So take it nice and slow, and if anything doesn't feel right for you, as always, just let it go. Let it go. So get comfortable on a chair, obviously. The clue is in the name, chair yoga. And if you're joining today for the first time or one of the few first times, welcome. Um, I have got my feet on the floor and I am wearing socks but no shoes. You can wear whatever you feel comfortable in. Socks on, socks off, you can wear shoes. I've got a little blanket under my feet because I hate cold feet. And today's a bit overcast, a bit grey, and actually it looks like it's just starting to rain. So I've got a little skylight window up there and I can just see the rain is starting to fall. So it's just nice to be extra cozy. So once you've got everything ready, let's see if we can just remove any distractions that are not necessary right now. Maybe you can turn off your phone or flip it upside down so you can't see the screen flashing up in case somebody is trying to contact you. They can wait for half an hour. Close the door, turn the radio off, get a drink, anything that helps you to just find this time, reserve this time for you right now to move and to breathe. But before we get started moving, we're going to take a few moments to just center ourselves. So get comfortable and maybe get even more comfortable by pushing the feet away from the body a little bit more. The palms can rest on your lap, facing up or facing downwards, and then take a few little shuffles from side to side, just to get comfortable. The feet can be in whatever position they need to be in. My legs are getting a little bit wider to accommodate my ever-growing belly. And then allow the shoulders to sink away from the ears and allow the eyes to gently close. Or if that's not for you, then take a low gaze down onto the floor and allow everything to soften for a moment. And let's take a long breath in through the nose and a gentle sigh out through the mouth. Let's do that again, breathing in and sighed out. And one more deep inhale and slow exhale. And allow the shoulders to sink away from the ears and allow the body to get heavy here for a few moments. Letting your sitting bones root into the surface of the chair. Allow the feet to get a little heavier. Just feeling that connection with the ground beneath you. Maybe even noticing the texture. Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it smooth? And maybe even the temperature. What does the surface feel like? And then take a moment to let the awareness come inwards and give yourself a little scan from the top of the head down to the toes to notice how you feel physically, first and foremost. Scanning through the body, noticing any areas of discomfort. And discomfort has many faces. There might be tension, there might be tightness, there might even be pain. Just notice where that is. And then move on through the rest of the body. All the way until we reach the toes and the feet. And let's take a moment to notice how you feel inside. The mood you're in, your feelings, your emotions. Again, without judgment, so just noticing what's there. Yoga is not about feeling happy all the time. In fact, feeling happy all the time is just simply not possible. That is not how life works. So appreciating whatever feelings or emotions that are there right now, whether they're good or not so good. Maybe even giving them a label. And then take a long breath in through the nose. And then let's sigh it out. Still keeping your eyes closed, let's take a moment and start today's session with a little practice that I particularly like, which is inviting a sense of gratitude in our lives. So as humans, we are conditioned to automatically focus our awareness and our attention on the things that are not working right now, the things that are not perfect, things that should be better or different, because this has helped us to survive as a species, to problem solve all the time. And that's not a bad thing, but it becomes a bad thing when the only thing we can ever think about or focus on are the things that are not going right now. So let's flip it around and see if you can cast your mind's eye back over the last day or couple of days and identify 3 things that you feel grateful for. So that might be big things or small things. It might be a nice cup of tea, a friendly message from a friend, a quick chat with somebody on the street. It might be something bigger. So just see what comes up in your mind, and anything goes, as small or as big as it works for you. Just inviting these moments that you feel grateful for, or these things you feel grateful for, into your mind's eye, and hold them there for a moment. Before moving on to the next, until you found your 3 items, things, people, moments, experiences. And then once you found your 3, just let that sit there for a moment before taking a long breath in and a slow breath out. And then let's let the awareness come down onto the breath. Noticing how your breath feels right now, not changing or modifying it to begin with in any way. Noticing the movement, where in your body you can feel the movement of the breath. Noticing the speed, the depth of your breath. Before taking a slow breath in together. And a big sigh out. And let's do one more. Make this the biggest breath you have taken so far today. Breathe it in, inflating the belly, the lungs, the rib cage, feeling the heart space rising. And then opening the mouth wide, sigh it out. We're at home. You can be as noisy as you need to be. And then bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Just some little wriggles and movements. Reaching the fingertips away from the body, maybe still with the eyes closed, or take a little peek if you want to, and then reach the arms up towards the ceiling, maybe to the floor, whatever feels good for you, to take a little stretch here. From left to right. Rolling the shoulders, letting the head join in. And then lowering the hands back down onto the knees. And very, very slowly and gently blinking the eyes open. Start by taking a low gaze. And then lifting the gaze. Good. And if you want to, you can begin to shuffle away from the back of the chair to find a bit of space here. So we're not using the back of the chair for support for the lower back. Now, the exception would be if that doesn't feel good for you. If it feels more comfortable, more supported for you to sit back, then please stay right there. And finding a little bit more of an upright seat. So imagine there's a string attached to the crown of the head and that's gently pulling you up towards the sky. Just finding that little space, visualizing the vertebrae in your spine expanding. Good. Shoulders are soft. Take a little smile here. It's hard to clench your jaw when you're smiling, so sometimes having that little smile is all we need. And take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And let's start to move together here. Inhaling, reach the arms up to the ceiling, growing tall. Exhale, bring the palms down through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhaling, growing tall. Exhale, bring the palms down. And then one more time. Inhaling, growing tall, reaching. Exhale, bring the palms down. And release the hands onto your knees. Inhale, draw the chest forward, lift the heart. We're going to find a little back bend. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest, round the spine. Good. I'm going to move sideways so you can see, although there's probably not as much movement anymore here as it used to be. Inhale, draw the chest forward, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, chin to chest, rounding the spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Follow your own breath. Inhaling to open and exhaling to round. And this can be a big movement. It can be a small movement. Whatever works in your body. Make this your last one. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly coming back to center into an upright position. I'm going to move back towards you. I'm going to take my jacket off. It's getting a bit warm in here, which is good. Starting to warm up. Beautiful. And let's find a little bit more movement for the spine before we move on. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and then back and down. And let's do that again. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, bring them back and down. And then bring the fingertips onto your shoulders. If this doesn't work for you, if that's restricting or uncomfortable for your shoulders in any way, just keep the hands down. And we're going to add a little bit more rotation here for the shoulders. So inhale, bring the elbows together in front of the head. Exhale, bring them back down behind you. And this movement might be really big. Inhale, reaching the elbows up. Exhale, coming down, or it might be a really small movement. It doesn't really matter as long as it's within your range of motion. And that range of motion means there's no pain. Good. Change direction. So bring the shoulder blades together, elbows draw back behind you, reaching them high. Exhale, forwards and down. Good. 2 more times. And remember, you can also do this without the elbows. Just the same. So we want to warm up through that shoulder girdle, that joint. Good. There might be clicking, there might be cracking, there might be popping. Last time. Inhale, exhale to lower, and then release the hands down onto your knees. Good. Let's take the chin nice and upright, and then bring the chin over towards your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale over onto the left. Good. 1 more time. And this time, notice if there's one side that feels a bit tighter. So for me, the right side feels a lot tighter than the left side. Inhaling, coming back to center. And then allow the right ear to fall down to the right shoulder. So just adding a little bit of space there for our shoulder. So you have the choice of going further if you want to. We can either stay right there. This might be plenty. We want to find a stretch running down that left side of the neck, the shoulders. If you want a little bit more, we can extend the left fingertips down to the earth. Reaching, just finding a little bit of space. Now, if you want more, even more, and that this is only if it feels good for you, you can take your right hand and gently place it onto the left side of your head, just to add a little bit of weight. And this is really gentle. We don't want to yank with the neck. That's definitely not what we want. And actually, for me, it feels better without the hand on my head, so I'm going to remove it back down. Close the eyes, and then just take a few more moments to let the left side of the neck lengthen here. Good. And then slowly, slowly blink the eyes open again. Bring the left hand back onto the knee. And to come out, chin rolls down towards the chest. And then slowly come back up to center. Good. Let's swap sides. Left ear down to the left shoulder. Take a moment, arriving at that place of stretch. Noticing if this feels tighter or more tight or less tight than the other side. Good. And if you want to, right fingertips can extend down towards the earth. And notice again, how does that feel? Does it feel like we're creating space? Maybe it doesn't feel like much at all. Or maybe it's very intense, just noticing. And if you want to, final stage, take the left hand, place it on the right side of the head for a little bit of extra weight. But again, for me, that doesn't actually add anything. So I'm going to leave it there and instead closing the eyes and take a few more breaths, just lengthening here for the side of the neck. Our poor neck, shoulders, taking so much weight, so much strain of the stress, the anxiety, anything that's going on in your life tends to manifest a lot in those parts of the body. And then again, blinking the eyes open, draw the hand back onto the knee, chin rolls down to the chest, and then slowly uncurling through the spine. Good. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and back and down. And just as an experiment, bring the chin over towards your right shoulder and then back over towards the left. And notice if there's been any change, if it feels in any way looser or more mobile. The answer might be no, and that's okay. Good. Good. Sitting up nice and straight. Spread the toes a little bit wider and bring the feet down. And please notice that my legs are a little bit in a V shape. Your legs, ideally, would be closer apart. But for me, my belly is most certainly in the way by now. So my knees need to be slightly further apart. And before you ask, I still have a while to go. So a little bit worried where this belly is going to. But hey, and yes, it's only one baby. I had somebody ask me that the other day, which is, of course, very, very lovely. Good. So sitting up nice and straight, let's add a little bit of a side body stretch. Keep your left hand where it is on that knee for support. And then the right arm can sweep wide up towards the ceiling and then sink it over towards the left. If this is not good for your shoulders, for your arms, keep the arms nice and keep the arm down to the shoulder, just focusing on that side body extension. Good. If it feels okay, the arm can really reach overhead. Keep that right sitting bone grounded though. And let's take 2 more breaths, breathing deeply into the side of the rib cage. And slow breath out. Good. One more time, stretching out all of these muscles on the side of the body. Can get incredibly tight. And exhale to lower. Swapping sides. Right arm comes down, left arm reaches up. Take a moment. Remember, if it's not good for your shoulder, keep that arm lowered. If not, reaching, and then sinking over to the side, breathing into the right side of the rib cage. Good. Slow breath in. And slow breath out. 2 more. Reaching and releasing, sinking a little bit deeper on the exhalation. 1 more time. And exhale. Inhaling, come back to center. Exhale, release the arms. And then draw the shoulders up to the ears and back and down. 1 more time. Beautiful. And then allow the eyes to close for a moment. So taking a moment just to let things settle, noticing how your upper body feels now. And then from here, let's move into a round of, or 2 rounds of sun salutations. So that sequence of postures that we practice, combining all the movements that we've practiced now, just to find a bit of flow, a bit of space, and let your breath be the guide. So let's see if we can allow the breath to come together. So take an inhale and exhale. Breathing in again. And slow breath out. Let's do 1 more inhale here. And exhale out. Release the fingertips down to the earth. Blink the eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Exhale, draw the palms down through heart center. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, opening the arms wide, maybe lifting the gaze if your neck allows. Exhale, bring it back down. And 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, draw the hands down through heart center and release them onto your knees. Inhale, we're going to draw the chest forward, lift the heart, lift the gaze, coming into cow posture. Exhale, chin down to the chest, rounding the spine, cat pose. Let's do that again. Inhaling, draw yourself forward, opening. Exhale, we're going to fold forwards. Bring your forearms onto the knees and let the head sink down. If it's in reach, the fingertips can reach all the way down to the floor. It's not in reach for me anymore, so I'm going to stay with my forearms on my knees. Take an extra breath in here. And a slow breath out. Next, inhale, reaching the right fingertips up to the ceiling, coming into a little half twist. If this is too strong, you can keep your right arm down and just lifting the gaze. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, left fingertips reaching up, open the heart. Exhale to lower. Inhaling, slowly walk your hands up the knees, draw the chest forward, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine, cat posture. And then let's sweep the arms wide 1 more time, grow tall. Exhale, release the hands down through heart center. Allow them to come down to your knees, close the eyes, take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And notice how you feel after that movement, sequence of movement. Noticing the breath, the heartbeats. Maybe we're feeling a little bit warmer. And if this felt nice, if it felt good, you can join me for a second round. And if you know the sequence, feel free to keep your eyes closed. Take 1 more breath in here. And a slow breath out. Blink the eyes open, release the arms. Inhaling, reach the hands wide. Exhale, draw them down. 2 more times. Inhaling, opening, growing tall. Exhale, bring the hands down. 1 more time. Inhaling to reach. Exhale, bring the hands down. Release the hands onto the knees. Inhale, bring the chest forward, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. Inhaling, coming back forwards, open the heart, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, fold forwards, forearms onto the knees. Maybe bring the hands all the way down to the feet. Release the head. Let's take an extra breath in here. And a slow breath out. Next inhale, reach those right fingertips up towards the sky, coming into a full twist, little half twist, whatever works in your body. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, sweeping the opposite fingers high, open the heart. Exhale to release. Inhaling, walk the hands up the body, draw the chest forward, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. And then 1 more time, growing tall. Sweep the arms high, growing the tall. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Close the eyes and then release the hands onto your knees. Let's take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. 2 more breaths here. And slow exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. And on that exhale, just take a few moments, letting yourself get heavy. Notice how you feel in your body after that little sequence of movement. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more awake. Feeling parts of the body tingle, feeling warmer. Noticing where the mind is at, whether the mind is present, focusing on that body, the breath, or whether the mind is jumping around. And if it's jumping around, don't worry. That's what the mind tends to do. Just gently bring it back again. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Good. Gently blink the eyes open. Bring a little wriggle into your fingers and your toes. Beautiful. Walk out those feet. And let's bring a little bit of awareness onto the lower part of the body for the last part of our session today. So walking out the feet, lifting the left heel, the right heel. So walking on the spot. So I'm just going to move my foot sideways so you can see. We're just going to lift the heel. And I'm doing this quite fast. You might be doing it a lot slower. Your movement might not be as big, and that's okay. Just moving the feet, it will encourage the blood to flow down to your toes. It will encourage your calf muscles to warm up, to wake up, which is what we want. Good. And we're going to just do this for a few moments. I'm going to pick up my coffee, and this was one of the things that I feel grateful for today. Nice coffee. Decaf, obviously. Still good, though. Good. So we're still walking. I'm not forgetting about you, over telling you about my coffee. We're just going to walk a little bit more. Good. Taking one more inhale. And an exhale. Let the feet lower down. Let them get heavy here for a moment. Good. Bring the hands down behind your left leg and interlace your hands behind your left leg. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. So we're nice, sitting up nice and straight. And then extend the leg foot away from the body. So I'm going to take my socks off here for a second because it's easier to see this way. Extending it away. And then point the toes and flex the toes. Good. Pointing the toes and flexing the toes. Just checking, yeah, my feet look clean enough, so that's good. And then take a couple of rotations with your ankle. And you may also do this by keeping your foot on the floor. So it's not so much about having the leg lifted. If this is a challenge for you, you can also do it when the foot is on the floor. Good. Then draw the knee back into the body and let the toes point down to the floor. The toes can also rest on the floor if that's easier. And now we can do a little bit of strength work here. And it's up to you, either keeping your hands behind the thigh or letting go for a moment. And we're going to take a few movements here. Just through the body, gently lowering and lifting the knee. And we're going to do this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release the leg and give your leg a little squeeze here. Good. Up and down, noticing where you can feel that in your leg. Beautiful. And let's move on to the other side. Coming onto the ball of the right foot, interlace the hands behind the right leg, shoulders up, back, and down. Take an inhale and exhale. Next inhale, we're going to extend the leg away from the body. If that's for you. If not, keep the toes lifted, the heel down onto the floor. And we're going to point and flex the toes a few times. So flexing and pointing. This foot looks clean enough as well. And pointing. And let's begin to draw circles. And just as a reminder, you can also do this while keeping your ankle on the floor. Maybe even with a little bend in that knee, especially if you have any issues in your hips, in your knees, in your leg. Don't force it. Change direction in your circle. Good. And if you feel a little clicks and little pops, know that that is perfectly normal. Just means we're using joints that haven't been used in a little while, so that's good news. And then bring the foot down. Lovely. Lowering it back down, sitting nice and upright, and then let the eyes close again. And we're going to take another slow breath in. And a big sigh out. So that again, inhale. And side out. And with your eyes closed, so with taking a little peek. Next inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears and then squeeze and hold them there as high, as hard as you can squeeze them for 3, 2, 1, and then drop them with a sigh. Let's do it again. Sweep the shoulders up, hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and then drop them. And on that exhale, allow yourself to shuffle back on your chair, all the way back, so we have the support of the back of the chair once more, letting the belly soften, Let everything release and allow the eyes to close. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. 2 more like that, just in your own time, breathing in and breathing out. 1 more. And a last exhale. Let everything get heavy. Again, let the body sink down into the chair, allowing the shoulders to soften. Allow the breath to return to whatever rhythm feels good for you right now. And allow the awareness to sink down into the sole of your right foot. We're going to take our little journey through the body, and whenever I mention a body part, bring your awareness there. And then imagine, like a light switch, we are turning it off, letting go of any muscular effort or tension we're holding. Releasing through the sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right toes, ankle, lower leg, right knee, right upper leg, and right side of the hip. Releasing the sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left toes, ankle, lower leg, left knee, left upper leg, and the left side of your hip. Softening the belly, releasing the lower back, middle back, upper back, into your right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, top of the right hand, palm of the right hand, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Releasing across the chest into the left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, lower arm, top of the left hand, palm of the left hand, left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Releasing all the way up the neck, across the throat. Soften the jaw, your tongue. Release the cheeks, nose, eyes, and forehead. And just for a few moments, allow yourself to rest here. Allow yourself to be heavy. And if you notice that the mind is wandering, it keeps drifting away, just gently encourage it back into the body and onto your breath. And slowly, without moving or changing anything, invite the awareness back into the body. Noticing again that connection with the surface beneath you. Noticing again the breath. And then slowly begin to deepen the breath without any rush, just taking in a little bit more air into the body, with every inhalation. Invite some little wriggles through your fingers, through your toes. Make them small wriggles to begin with. And then making them wider. Maybe rotating the ankles, the wrists, let the head gently sink from side to side. And on your next inhale, extend the fingertips once again away from the body, maybe up towards the ceiling or to the side or down to the floor, and just take a really good stretch through the body in whatever way feels most comfortable for you. There's no right or wrong. Maybe keep your eyes closed so you can really feel into your own body. Waking up the body ready for a beautiful day ahead of you. And then lower the palms down. When you're ready through heart center, bringing them into Anjali Mudra. At the heart center, thumbs in contact with the sternum, taking a very gentle bow. And let's take a moment here just to remind ourselves of those 3 things that you found earlier that you feel grateful for. And one by one, parade them in front of your mind's eye. And allowing yourself to sit for a moment with any emotions that invokes in the body. And then letting it drift away. Take a moment of gratitude towards yourself for making the effort, finding the time in your day to practice. Let's honor that our bodies and, of course, each other. Find a gentle bow of the chin towards the chest. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Now take your time coming out of this. If you want to take a little bit more time to wake up, feel free to stay seated as long as you need to. If you're ready to conquer your day, I hope you have a lovely day. Now, a couple of bits of news for updates. For those of you that are joining from Blackheath or Southeast London who have been coming to the Asia Exchange to our in-person yoga session. Now, I'm still waiting to confirm exact dates when we can restart our in-person session, but it's looking very likely that these are going to be Wednesday mornings again. Like we did before the latest lockdown. I keep losing track. Is it lockdown 2 or lockdown 3? I think it was before lockdown 2. But of course, I'm going to reach out to all of you on email or give you a quick call to give you updates on when that can be. Now, it will likely not be before June, unfortunately. But I'm doing my best to, in the meantime, find ourselves a space where we can practice some yoga together outside. If you're joining us online from further afield, fear not. We're going to keep our online sessions available on YouTube as well and keep adding to them. So you're not missing out, I promise. Now, it's a bank holiday weekend, next weekend, and I am actually going away for a few days. Now, it's nowhere exotic. I am going all the way to Kent, but I am pretty ecstatic about leaving the M25 radius of London. So next week, unfortunately, there won't be a new chair yoga session, but there will be a new one again the week after. But of course, all of our videos are available anytime. So log on, do as many of them as you would like to. And I hope to see you again next time. Have a good day and bye-bye.